Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining, for subscribing, for commenting, and for sharing my video. I so appreciate it. Plus, these are messages for everyone to receive. So if you know someone who's struggling and who might be open to this, please share it to them too. So today it's You Must Connect Within by the Galactic Federation of Light. And I actually have two poems. One that I received this morning, which is the basis of my topic. And the other one they want me to read from my book, God's Messages of Truth. If you have my book, it's on page 82. So I'll read that one second. So the first one is called Winding Roads. Our life is never straight, but twists and turns our fate. Not to worry or stress, everything happens when it's best. All must align to the stars. It's the perfect timing by far. It's about trusting your feelings, otherwise your thoughts will reel to places that are not on even keel. We are stepping away from our old ways. The lives we lead were not heavenly. Not your fault, but time to change by leaving your old life behind if you want to walk in the divine. You learn to connect to your intuition, which will bring you to your truths all the time. How does it feel? Should be your question, not just falling into their direction, which will create more stress for you because lies do confuse. So practice each day following your gut in every way. This way you stay aligned with the truth, with the divine. You can feel the difference because when you feel happy and full of love, your answers to your questions were answered from above. Remember, we are only love. That is important to know, to remember, to understand. Many times I've mentioned how to find your truth, but it's never about going outside of you. Every day you are drawn that way. The media especially, others' channels and YouTube stations. Whenever you read anything or hear anything, check, how does this feel? Now I will get back to that, but I have another poem that I wrote many years ago. It's called Live Now. Why are waterfalls so serene? When you view them, it makes your heart sing, takes you to another place, good thoughts you encase. You left your worries behind, viewing the waterfalls keep you in line, allows healing to take place, 'cause you're in the now with candy and lace. Let yourself just be, living your moments brings ecstasy. It's the only way to enjoy your life. Living your past or your future only brings you strife. Bask in the moment all day, all night. The only way to live your life. In the present moment. So, when you get worried or anxious, angry or sad or judgmental, you are not in your truth. Because whether you believe this or not, we are only love. That is your truth. This is what we are going back to. Even the heavens are helping you in the stars. I read this from Tanya Gabrielle. She does star codes every week. And then she adds, because there's so much going on in the planet. So I read this morning and this is, I'm quoting from Tanya Gabrielle. This is what she wrote. Mercury opposite Uranus is now supporting your desire to transcend lower vibrational urges and embrace exquisite high vibrational living. We are learning to balance the lower and higher mind. This balance is absolutely necessary to maintain your conscious alignment with the divine light at all times. Thoughts are not intended to guide, interpret, or qualify your feelings. Only your intuitive sense can feel the truth in the present moment. I feel like I should read that again, but I'll just let you listen to it again if you need to. You see how it all aligns with the Galactic's message, her message, and my other poem from the Galactics about living in the present moment. Your work is cut out for you. It's never about sitting back and waiting for stuff to happen. You are being set up to change yourselves, to work only on yourself, to love yourself first and love all things and all people, even those that have harmed you in some way, even those that are evil. I don't care what anyone has done. It's all about love. And underneath all of their junk is love. That's their true self. This is the truth of who we are. We came from love. We need to only be about love. And high vibrational earth is only about unconditional love. And you need to work on yourself to get there. Now, I didn't want to mention this, but my guides want me to. As a perfect example, I received a comment from my video last week. First, in capital letters, I was called a fraud. And then I wrote back and wanted to know where that came from. And it was, quote, "You can't prove anything." Okay, that's all right. So, first off, no one has to prove anything to anyone about anything, even this. You don't have to prove nothing to no one. When you start feeling the need to prove yourself to someone else, then you don't love yourself. Because you don't need to. Because you can relay messages, even if you don't relay messages. If you just post a meme online, or you say something to a relative or a friend and they get upset about it, you don't need to explain it, because you are, let's say, the messenger. You're following your heart and your truth. And the comment carried anger and confusion from within that person, and who lashed out at me. And this is what people do when they don't love themselves or follow their truth or go inside. Now, I can't prove to you that I channel from the Galactic Federation of Light, and that's not my job to. It's up to you to know how it feels. When you listen to my video, do you feel good or you feel bad? If you feel bad, it's not your truth, don't listen. That's it. That's how it works. And this comment carried negative energy that I needed to clear, because when people don't live in their truth, which is unconditional love of self, who continually go outside of themselves for answers, They're not living the life of the divine. You have to always connect. Like you always go to sleep, you always wake up. You always eat sometime during the day. You have to always check with yourself. Always. Unfortunately, people who act this way come from old paradigms and carry massive amounts of negative energy, hence the media. How do you feel when you hear that? How do you feel when you listen to the news or the media? If it doesn't feel good within your body, then what you hear is not true. So why even listen to it at all? Eventually, it'll become truth media, but it isn't yet. It's still not about truth. People will do anything for money. They will lie for money. And that's what the media does. It's a sad thing, but we all should know that. I mean, people rob for money. People steal for money. People lie for money. It's all been based on money. And it makes perfect sense because no matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, unless you're a multimillionaire, you can never get ahead. And that's how the planet has been. But that's not how it's going to be anymore. So trust. Trust. When you turn on the media and you hear about deaths and murder and elections and global warming, etc., feel it. Don't judge it. Does that feel right? If it doesn't feel right, let it go. We will know we are walking with the divine when no one or anything triggers you. Instead, we see the beauty, we see the love, and we know the truth from within. Your truth. Is it true for me? Not others, not comparing, but trusting yourself. If I feel that something is true, do I need to ask someone else if they feel that too? No, I don't. Just trust yourself. And this should be your only focus. To be love. To walk each day in love. Seeing love. Feeling love. If you get zapped by some negative comment or energy, then say the mantra, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. I can't tell you enough how important those words are. Even in Blossom's channeling, the Galactics brought it up there too. They are coded messages. They affect the universe. It's like light codes, word codes, same thing. Just like negative thoughts affect the universe. Your negative thoughts affect you. You don't feel good. You start to get sad, depressed, and full of fear. Think about it. You know this is true. Now you need to connect these dots so you can see this for yourself. Collectively, if we were all about love, the whole world would change right now. It's not all about love at this moment, and so it's a process. But these coded words go out to the universe and help awaken other people. They also affect others who are not on planet Earth. Because what are we? Are we human? No. We are only light beings. We are only energy. And when you transition back home, you come back or go back to the light and the love that you are. So, I want you to understand how important it is to say this mantra as much as you can. Now, I personally say it every day, every night. Well, every morning, let's say it that way. In the morning when I wake up, when I go to bed, and during the day, I say it. And when I get zapped, trust me, I say it a lot then. Negative energy lowers your vibration and it goes out like a disease. So, love energy is what you want to be. You want to be love. You want to feel the love. You want to live free. You want to be happy every day and joyful. And know that no matter what is said on the media, no matter what is going on behind you, no matter how many people attack you negatively, disagree with you, try to argue with you, it has no effect whatsoever. And that's where you want to be. So remember, follow your gut only. Live in the present moment. And spread light to all. And that's all you need to do. And everything else works itself out the way it's supposed to, in the time that is correct. Not your time, not my time, the divine time. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please share my message and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And everyone have a blessed week. Thank you for joining. Bye.